China! What are you doing? China! Zhang Mingyang, what's his name? We haven't been in China. I'm turning into Donald Trump. The Chinese, the immigrants, get him out. We haven't been in China for 6 years, since before the world ended. 6 years, we're back in China, we're back in Shanghai. The card is not only built for the Chinese, a great fight night for the Chinese people, the Qings. The whole card, the whole event, the entire week is built for one guy, Zhang Mingyang. Do I pronounce that correct? I don't know. Zhang Mingyang. And they put him against Johnny Walker, the guy that he had. Like, it was so clear. You have the most shiniest guy in the rankings. They just, UFC, up to this point, they did it perfectly. Gave him Anthony Smith in his retirement fight. Easily beat the shit out of him. Now, after getting one of the bigger names in the division, but also one of the worst, so great there. Smashed him, finished him in the first round, I believe. Now they gave him the shiniest guy in Johnny Walker. Brazil versus China. Johnny Walker, a no name. And Zhang, you squashed it. I know you don't understand English, so I don't need to talk to you. But, I mean, good on Johnny Walker, and I didn't even know he was at Extreme Couture. What happened with John Kavanagh? Did he... I mean, maybe a good call after... also, he got like KO'd by Ankalaev. Then he got KO'd by Ozdemir. Then, what was it? Oh, what happened? Okay. Takes a year off. Did he leave John Kavanagh and now is at Extreme Couture? I know Extreme Couture and especially Eric Nixick has gotten a very... recently has gotten much criticism. But I know he has trained there before, but whatever he did, smart move for Johnny Walker. When he walked out, and I heard Laura Sanko name Eric Nixick, I believe, and I was like, whoa, wait, is he at Extreme Couture? Maybe I should have known this. I was like, what? And then I saw Nixick, so okay. I mean, yeah, basically, I don't know if I should say perfect, but like the obvious, good, perfect game plan. Shoot immediately. You have no shin. Or maybe he has now, apparently, because he took many shots. But yeah, like classic Dustin against Conor in the rematch. Of course, Pussy Habib also against Conor immediately in the first round. Shoot on the explosive guy. Wear him out. Even that you shoot and Zhang land right on top of you. Sure. I mean, even then, you make him work in the grappling. You make him think about, don't get taken down. They scrambled for a bit. I don't think Walker took much damage. But yeah, and then it felt, honestly, for when the grappling stopped and we were back standing, I mean, it felt pretty quick, pretty fast that Zhang didn't have the same pop maybe, or maybe he just was a bit what do you say? He hesitated a bit because he was thinking about the takedown. Maybe, maybe he was already nervous AF because of the whole event being built around him. Okay, F being nice to Zhang, he F'd it. I don't know what happened in the second round. He got like a leg kicked hard twice by Walker and fell in like pain. And yeah, it looked like he couldn't stand up. I believe the commentators said that he couldn't stand up. So he got TKO'd in the second round. And the crowd went silent. And I laughed. It was so funny. Not like you have... not the most quiet crowd ever, but it just went, yeah, you heard a clear whoa with the volume from them booing in the Ortega Sterling fight. and now Bob Zoom, volume down, and I even turned up the volume on the TV and listened, and yeah, it wasn't good. Yeah, good for Walker. Like I don't know if Walker gonna fight again, but he's back on the winning side, winning track. The last time Walker won was in, I think, I think this was his first win in 2 years since he beat Anthony Smith. I genuinely think that's it, because then he no contest against Ankalaev, lost to Ankalaev, lost to Ozdemir, took a year off. Yeah. Good for Walker, he can move forward. Zhang Mingyang, I'm not even gonna talk about him. I'm gonna look at China. China, what are you doing? China has 1.4 billion people. Or 1.4. You know what I mean. 1.4. If you search for China population, 1.4 billion population. 1.4 billion people. You know what I mean. And you have, let's see, UFC has been around for 32 years. And we have one Chinese champion. And that's a women's fighter. Who's the current champ? She's champion right now, 2-time, Zhang Weili. When was the last time Zhang Weili fought? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. UFC 312, Strickland, Duplessis 2. Was it in Australia? Co-main event, Tatiana, Zhang Weili. Yeah, trash. So, anyway. One champion ever, horrible. I don't know what soy genes they have. And I don't buy the excuse at all. This many of the good Asian talents, many of the good Asian talents go to ONE FC. First of all, everyone knows that if you want to be the best and you want to fight the best, you go to the UFC. You're not in PFL. You're not in ONE FC. If you're one of those guys that I don't wanna. This is close to home. I have my friends and family here. I mean, then you're not the best and you're not focused on being the best. If you're in ONE FC, I don't care. Many Chinese fighters have, some at least, have come over to the UFC, tried their best and failed. One has succeeded. That's a women's fighter, Zhang Weili. We have, I almost forgot about, first of all, why isn't Song Yadong on this card? Anyway, I haven't seen anything about him having an ACL injury or something bad. Like, what the fuck is Song Yadong do? This could... And this was such a... The UFC looked at this card, because there's no reason, like, Brian Ortega, Aljamain Sterling is such a random fight. First of all, if this wasn't the China card, that would have been the main event. They only put it here in the co-main event because they realized, okay, this is a pretty dogshit card. We need to... Like Johnny Walker, Zhang Mingyang, the main event. What do we have more? Pavlovich, Acosta. Okay, so this is actually really embarrassing. If you go to UFC's website, go to athletes, China, put in China and active. For having 1.4 billion people, they have 16 athletes that are active. 16 on the current roster. I don't even think it's 16, because usually one or two, we'll see here, but usually one maybe are semi-retired or, this video is, I don't really care about the Johnny Walker thing. After just seeing the Zhang Mingyang thing, the crowd being silent, there's a reason they haven't been there for 6 years. It's very easy for the UFC if they have a lot of talent for one place, or like more than one. Like, can we have one single men's fighter from China that's actually a success? Song Yadong. He had a good run up there. Lost to Corey. Rebounded against... who did he rebound against? Yeah, so Song Yadong went up against lower level competition, beat most guys. Then he comes up against Corey Sanders again in 2022, loses. Beats Ricky Simone, beats Chris Gutierrez, lower level. Early 2024, former champion Peter Yan loses again. Then he took a year off like a bitch. What is he doing? Yeah, so then he comes back against Henry Cejudo. First off, how are you not doing better in the stand-up against Henry Cejudo, a wrestler 38, what is it? Not active in 2025. That's embarrassing. But so he's on a 1-fight winning streak now, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Like, okay, he's number 5 in the rankings. Good for him. But like, as I said, if you look at his career, beats some bums, loses to Sander again, the first like top elite fighter, gets 2 wins against lower competition, up to the high level again, loses to Peter Yan, takes a year off for some reason. I don't care if you're injured, you don't need a year. Beats Henry Cejudo, weird thing with the eye, should look better on the feet, it is what it is. Henry Cejudo isn't classed as high level anymore, not at all. He's number 11 in the rankings. So that's the thing also to keep in mind. Just because you're number 5, you're part of the top 5, doesn't mean like he hasn't beat anyone here that is high level. Like, so yeah, I won't look at Song Yadong like, oh, he's the one that broke through. Like, no, dude. At least fight for a belt. At least beat Peter Yan, Sandhagen, O'Malley, Umar, I guess. Figueiredo by this point, if Figueiredo comes back and looks good again, then sure, that counts. But yeah, someone. Jesus, man. Anyway, the UFC athletes currently, they have only 16. They have Alatangeli, have no idea. Au Quileng, Wang Kong, a women's fighter. So Li Jingliang, he flopped completely flopped. The guy that most people probably known for being choked out by Chimaev. Prates knocked him the fuck out. Song Kenan, bum, lost to Gunnar Nelson. Zhang Mingyang, fraud checked. Sumudrari, trash. 2 other random guys, random woman. Yang Weili, that's 1. And Song Yadong. You got Yan Shuangnan. Again, women's fighter, we don't care. Let's just focus on the men, because you got 1 champion, Yang Weili, good for you, no one cares. Women, like... And the last one, Sisha. Okay, he's a featherweight. Yeah, that's what China have. That's what China... Let's, guys, let's even take away active. Let's just look at for the 32 years. Oh, 32 athletes. So they literally got 1 fighter per year for 1.4 billion. Okay. Do we recognize anyone here? Yeah, okay, so those other like not the other 32 guys, but the not active, yeah, the other 16, whatever. Nobody's didn't recognize anyone, like a woman, some random guys, all have the same name, all look alike. The thing is, the guys that I thought about was like just that bumped into my head. Yushin Okami, Sakuraba, Akiyama. You know, what's his the bantamweight that Cruz finished in a round? Taseka, I know his name. Misugaki, Takeya Misugaki, yeah, Takeya Misugaki. All those guys are of course Japanese, Korean zombie, not Chinese, as you hear in the name. So like all the good Asians you think about, no one is Chinese. 1.4 billion. Yeah, I just think you guys should step it up. If you look at, like, I don't know what, if you look at the average build for a Chinese right now, what is it? Fucking like the average height. What is it? Five. Okay, so if we compare Chinese men today to American men, United States of America, so we have something to compare to by the stats I can find. So US men, this is on average, adult males, men. They are on average 5'9", 200 pounds. Of course, that's a lot of Americans is fat, but still. So 5'9", 200 pounds. In China, the average is 5'7". I honestly thought it was lower, but 5'7", and this is the correct 153 pounds, 153.4 apparently. For me, and for many others maybe that use kg, that's 69 kg, an average male, like an adult man in China. 69 kg. That's so low. This one, I mean, they're just like, what kind of men are built in? I'm not saying like the 200 pounds in US, of course. As I said, many are obese and everything. But let's find some middle ground, please. Like, of course you don't have any fighters. Yeah, sure, you can, as we see in ONE FC, you can be in the small weights, sure. But like, so that you can be a bit spread out. And you got Zhang Mingyang. I don't know if he needs to, I don't know how old he is, but I don't know if he has to switch teams, change his mindset. I don't know what happened in that fight. I have a hard time to think. I have a hard, just by the way it didn't look like when O'Malley got kicked by Vera and the nerve just died temporarily. What happens, when you got drop foot? It just looked like he got like calf kicked twice or whatever it was, kicked in the leg, and he just grimaced in pain, and he just went to his back, like, and then tried to grapple. It was just a pussy performance. I don't know what China is feeding their population, their men. Are they starving maybe? Yeah, I don't know. China, step it up. Honestly, families who's planning to have kids or are pregnant or anything, not even move to the US, because I hear all the time that the food there is shit, so unhealthy, just stuff in it you don't even think about. So like, go to Europe, go to I don't know, Europe, UK, maybe not UK. It's not the UK anymore, but somewhere in Europe. Feed your kids. First of all, you should probably have good genes. So have like a tall guy, at least a tall guy. Yeah, 5'10" plus probably, and a woman. I mean, normal height, or I don't know, depending on. Just feed good European food. train somewhere good. At least, like, let's get a lightweight, welterweight China man. Come on. Yeah, I'm done talking about the Chinese. They need to step the game up. Thank you for watching the video. Am I too close? I don't know. Thank you for watching the video. New video right here somewhere. Playlist right here.